ahead to map 2, I want to hear your thoughts and process. What can these people expect to see?
Snipers.
Snipers? That's
Snipers.
what you think of when you think of process.
That is what I think. Well, when I think of process, the match that comes to mind is the I-49 match between Immunity and Broder or TCM at the time. Was that? Yeah, it was. I am imagining things. Yeah. I'm not imagining things. Yeah, Broder and TCM, the best sniper duel TF2 has ever seen between Jukebox and Sheep, from I-49, and so that's what I think of when I think of process. You know, some great sightlines for snipers: Hellberg, Zebasite, Stark, all really good snipers. I'd give the edge to Hellberg there. So I think we're definitely going to see some snipers on this, and I'm excited for it, frankly. Also, some good Roma rollouts as well. Crizzle, I don't really think he's a particularly special Roma, doesn't really have the rollouts, but Stark, I'd say we can see some huge things from him. Definitely. Dashner has just notified me we have some replays, so obviously we can't see them as casters, so I'm not quite certain how we're going to talk about them, but I guess Dashner can just show them.
Why don't you hum some MIDI music in the background? Set the mood. Maybe the replays include our commentary, in fact. Let's let Dashner play them anyway. He can tell us when it's over.
Yeah.
Go for it, Dashner. He's been playing. Oh, he wants us to talk over it as well. I thought there would be audio too.
Apparently he's been playing them for a while as well, so... Well, I mean... Okay, well, that's good. There must be some good replays. I'm hoping there's some... couple of chain frags, I'm guessing. Starky there. Oh yeah, I am actually watching them. Stark just got himself a 4K on stream, so... That's pretty nice for him there. And that big heads-up play from BK to just wrap around and do stuff. They did a lot of that as well, actually. Stark and Herpy and Zebasite all either found themselves behind the enemy at some point. I don't think it was after the end of the fight. They just managed to abuse the flanks and get in, especially when Hellberg was on sniper. So, some really good play from BK there to get behind. Process, I think, is going to be different for them. I don't know how... If they're going to be able to get in behind as much as they have on Badlands, but I really don't know. It looks like we're getting... Are you set up now?
Yeah, everything is coming up. It's going to be the same STV if you're watching there, guys. Still factobrigade.eu 27100. Shout out to Ari, the man who provides us with all our fabulous tools. If you have just joined us here on Team Fortress TV, this is Admirable. I'm joined by Ryushi tonight. We've got Dashner on the camera, and we're here for the ETF2L Season 20, powered by TT Esports Premiership Week 1 fixture between Lego and Knutsson Rollerbladers. First map, Badlands, went 5-0 to BK in about 20 minutes, so hopefully we'll get a full run out here on process. Ryushi's expecting snipers. I'd like to see Lego maybe slow the game down a little bit and try and hang in there. But right now, they're standing on the tracks, and BK is just like a freight train, man. They're looking really coordinated. We saw Stark coming in with some nice flank plays. Probably going to see more of that, especially on a map that on process that can really magnify or amplify the effect your rumor has on the game. Like, people like to slide on ramps. It's exciting to watch. Could be some interesting middles because Dr. Phil is pretty bad at getting to process middle on time, and we know Rib and Stark are going to be nailing those rollouts, so Beacon managed to win a single mid on Badlands. I'm not really expecting them to do the same.
Lego didn't manage to win
or to do any better. Oh yeah, Lego didn't. Yeah. That's the one.
BK won all of them. Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree. BK obviously the strong favourites. They were very strong last season. They look very strong this season as well. And an interesting fact actually that I saw today on TFTV, in a thread called "The Return" in all caps. So it's a quality thread when that's the title of it. Is that Numlock's been added to the Ubersexuals roster, and Warhayer has removed himself. So, and apparently they have been scrimming with him. They have been playing with him. So. Ubersexuals, would you say they're stronger or weaker now that they have Numlocked instead of War? Although how long that'll last, I don't know.
They're going to be weaker at first, for sure, but potentially they could be stronger. But like Numlock's committing heavily to League of Legends still, as far as I know. He's still in a team. But this might just be a temporary situation for Uber-Sexuals. I haven't actually spoken to any of the team. I just was reading War's comments, his recruitment thread, where he said he had really grown tired of Demo Man. I don't know if there's anything else behind that, but it is some really interesting news. People are just going to be happy to see Numlock back, but it's sad to see War move off Demo Man. Like, he'd progressed so far over the last few seasons and was truly a worthy Demo Man, like, of the top team. He was a worthy winner last season. So I'm sad to see him step down from Demo, but like, he's excellent on other classes too. More than happy to see him compete as Soldier or Scout. So bring it on. Like, we've still got War playing the game, and Numlock's comeback. That's like that's a win for TF2 for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. Numlocked a really, really strong caller. I think that was one of his sort of main strengths back on the old dominant Epsilon team, was that he was such a strong caller. But so I don't really know how that's going to work with Ips, because obviously both two really strong callers.
Ips isn't in Uber-Sexuals anymore, man. He's disappeared.
Well, I've been gone a long time.
And they have Nox in. They brought Nox back, so there already is a caller there, but obviously Numlock and Nox played together before and they had great synergy, so that's going to be interesting. We have gone live here though, and I'm watching the start cam as he rolls out super fast. He's going to have the option to go for the enemy kit, but just waits up top there on the high ground. Phil's slow as expected and isn't even able to get his own kit there. Rib's able to move forward onto the point and sort of dictate the pace of this middle. Crizzle's thinking of jumping in, but already Phil's gone down. They know it's a bad middle. They've taken so much spam damage that they're going to lose 3-4 frags. The combo's gone down. It's only Sorex and Hellberg alive, and they'll just be looking to buy time here for their teammates to respawn. But Process is actually the map that LEGO banned in the playoffs, so like, they really don't like it, but you know, ETF2L structure dictates they must play this map today.
Yeah, and I think we see why they don't like this map. You know, both Stark and Rib were just so much faster to mid than either Dr. Phil or Crizzle. So, and they were just able to set up on them as they just came through choke. You know, Dr. Phil getting picked off early is something I think we're going to see quite a lot of on these middles on Process. Sorex eventually does go down. He was behind. He did get himself a frag onto, I think it was Herpy, but does eventually get picked up by a respawning Herpy actually there. And there is going to be a sniper from Hellberg. They forced the Uber out early from Knutsson, and now they're trying to put some damage onto Lulu. Lulu dodging pretty well. Now there's a scout onto it. Zebasai's going to pistol her down, and now there's going to be just some straight up damage onto the point. They do get a triple kill. BK lose 3, but they're just going to try and get onto the point. It's just a scout. Dr. Phil on 8 health does get killed by Zebasai. Zebasai just doing so much work, but now in comes a respawning Sorex. Is going to pick up Knutsson and Zebasai, and LEGO hold with 2 left alive from Sorex. Hellberg was just, you know, he didn't really do anything with the sniper, but switched onto that scout and got himself a couple of picks just in time for Sorex to respawn and for him to get 2 as well. It's a really nice defense there from LEGO, and that's what we saw from them back in their sort of dominant seasons back in Div 1. They were just so good at defense that it didn't matter that their attack was kind of lacking.
Yeah, Sorex coming up with big damage last map. He was second highest damage in the server despite his team losing 5-0. I'm expecting to keep bringing the pain here. Like, Zebasai appeared to be nowhere on the stats, like in terms of damage done, considering last season he was prolific with these high damage numbers, but he did at least have 19 frags, and the highest on the server was 20. But Sorex definitely capable of going toe-to-toe with the best scouts in the game. I feel I'm a big fan. You might have picked up already. But right now, it's going to be Uber versus Uber between 2 and 3 here. We got our blue team, Knutsson Rollerbladers in control of the middle, so they're sort of the ones expected to push right now. They're trying to decide how they want to go, and it looks like they want to make the flank play into PC. Crizzle is going to kill it off Zebasai, but he's been called weak and will get gunned down there. Hellberg runs in to Herpy's waiting arms and just gifts the man advantage here to BK. They're going to start by switching it up through choke, and they've already caught LEGO in a little bit of a transition there. They weren't really paying attention, and that's going to be a pretty easy force coming out as Ams jumps up, forces the Uber, and now Knutsson able to milk it all the way. Ams is going to chase. He's looking for frags. He's going to get Lulu and maybe Dr. Phil as well there.
Yeah, they could definitely keep pushing this. Knutsson's going to rotate with AMS though, and look to go in through lobby. Stark, I think, is going to lead the charge here as it's going to be a scout just sort of rushing into last Herpy, the only one here at the moment. Now they just soldiers jump in, they go onto point, blow all the stickies away from it. Sorry, it's Crizzle, Dr. Phil, Hellberg all fall really quickly, and AMS caps it out right there. So, you know, that pick onto Lulu was just fantastic from AMS there. Just, like, that literally just won them the round. No other factor.
Lego had sort of switched up to try and meet the BK combo in PC, but the switch or the wraparound had come too quickly and they got caught out there. Now onto middle, and again the rollouts from Lego are not optimal. They're coming in here behind in every mid-fight. Starkey is coming in and just putting rockets onto Dr. Phil from behind. Zebasai is going to claim the frag. They're finishing off his damage. And the frags are coming in again in favour of BK. Both soldiers going down for BK, but the remaining Lego players are committed heavily to this point. Josh is going to go down to Zebo. He's now just toying with Lulu here. He's going to pistol her down. And Sorex trying his hardest to find a heroic frag there onto Knutsson, but will go down as Herpy and Zebasai clean up. And they're looking to get a second round on the board here. Currently 1-0 with about 5 minutes played, and they're ready to go to last Ryushi.
So, I'm just reading the trash talk from AMS to Josh. Josh telling AMS to step it up because I'm pretty sure he airshot AMS, and AMS asking him if that was his first kill. Fantastic. Hellberg picks up the sniper onto last. Some great work, as we saw from the BK scouts, to clean up on that point. Zebasai got 4, Herpy got 2, so all just clean up Rib's damage. And now in comes the Uber. They're going to get aggressive. There's no one to defend from Lego. Okay, now suddenly they appear, but there was so much cap time from BK there. What were Lego doing? Were they all in panic room and just didn't really do anything? Did they get caught out? I don't know. But it just didn't look... It did not look clean and crisp. It didn't look Premiership. I'm right there.
Just good execution there from BK. They see the points open with the Uber. They're going to stack it now onto this mid-fight. I would like to see Hellberg maybe just run sniper in the middle, but here comes Lego again late to the fight, and already Rib is putting the hurt on them. Stark's waiting, and their PC Stark's going to jump in from behind. He's looking for that Lulu frag. Will get it. Matt tries to run into the sewer there, but does get chased down. But already, whoa! Dr. Phil with the magic pipe kills off Herpy and Zebasai in one fell swoop. Ams and Knutsson are backing out middle now, and what looked like a done deal for BK, but Ams wants to stay in the fight. He's going to kill off Phil. He thinks he's done good damage to Sorex, and he's right. Sorex on half health here. Ams jumps up to controls the med pack. Sorex is trying to juke away here, finds the pills bottle. He's pretending to go for the kit, but is now jumped up on top. He's got the drop onto Knutsson here, but oh, can't find the frag. Knutsson survives on 20 health. Starkey reacts just in the nick of time there. Unlike Sorex.
Gets some survives on 20 health, then almost walks into a rocket there, but does manage to dodge it at the very, very last millisecond. that was just like really well played from Lego. They started to win that. It didn't matter that they were fast. They weren't going near where Rib. They knew Rib had sticked up, and they just played really well. Dr. Phil is going to pick up Knutsson on the drop with a nice sticky trap, and Lego just in a fantastic position. Sorex is going to completely destroy everyone in the lobby. Rib and AMS going to go down, and now he's looking to get aggressive. Zebasai is going to get picked up. Herpy and Stark do manage to cap the point, but it's going to be a short cap time. Stark tries to get in, doesn't get anything done. Lulu surviving on 23 HP. That's going to be an easy second point for Lego, and they can probably push straight onto this mid as well. Knutsson and Rib are going to be alive, but it's going to be up against the Uber of Lulu, so they did get forward spawns. They might get caught out if they're any way far forward, but they're not. They've given up mid. They've looked to get back spawned, and it's going to be a free mid for Lego here. Interesting what they're going to do next though, because already BK is sending a couple of aggressive players in. The scout there checking out Choke, looking to see if he can get vision on Lulu, and then once they have vision, I reckon Stark will just bomb in and try and pop her out. They know they're in the sewer, and that's where they're going to push from. There's some good spam coming out from Rib. Isn't going to hit anyone. That force comes out from Stark. It's going to get onto Lulu. BK scatter. Everyone disappears. The soldier from AMS, the only one left outside, he actually manages to get away with a really nice jump back into his own rollout. And, well, a perfect play from Stark there. The force, everyone gets out alive. Now comes the repush. Lulu's going to be going down. Dr. Phil goes down as well to the rockets and shotgun of AMS. And now comes the cleanup. There's going to be a scout onto Knutsson. What? Oh, wow. So close there. But that's a full wipe for Lego.
Shot there onto Rib, though. He may have died and his teammate got wiped, but he hit an air shot. Count him.
That's all that matters. Hey, logs counts air shots now, so that's the most important stat.
That Knutsson drop like 2 or 3 points ago. It's like Amps walks out, looks up at the door frame, sees Stickies, even shoots some of them with his shotgun, but there's some breakdown in communication there. The fight continues over real time as BK move forward, having to defend their own spire, repushed, and now they're taking control of middle. They're stacking the point here. Amps is up top, just being vigilant here, seeing if anyone from Lego wants to roll the dice, but Their gamble right now seems to be Hellberg on Sniper. He's playing there from the lower right hand side. He's fired a shot as well, so they know the Sniper is up. And we're going to see BK push around through the left here. This really denies a lot of those Sniper sightlines, so they can jump forward, keep their medics safe, and spam out those doorways. So Hellberg's forced back to last here. Lego seem like they don't want to contest at all. They're happy to have bought enough time to get their own charge up. But Phil's playing solo there on the left. Lulu gets Uber just in the nick of time. Great Uber there, going to save off Phil and be able to flash Josh in. They've isolated Rib. They're going to find that frag, and they've done significant damage to the rest of BK, but they think that there's something behind. They hesitate for a second, and now they're going to come out. But look at Starkey and Herpy. What a meat grinder. Stark just up on that little roof, and Herpy dancing around, beating all their shots out. That was just really smart there from BK. Just to sort of spur the moment defensive play, and they absolutely crushed Lego. Made it look silly.
That was, I mean, I agree with Lego to push there. You know, no demo man. That it's a good place to push out of. But I mean, Stark must have hit what 2 or 3 rockets onto every single member of those 4 players who tried to get out, and then Herpy just gets like easy meat shots there. So we go into this 4th middle now. Rib once again getting so far aggressive, so fast, but it doesn't really matter. He didn't really get much damage out onto the Lego team. Crizzle jumps in, but doesn't manage to find anything, and Zebasai and Herpy team up to take him down. And this mid, it's looking pretty good for BK as they are starting to push the members of Lego back. Now there's a scout in, super aggressive. It's going to be Hellberg. He's not going to manage to do anything as the rest of his team die. I say he doesn't manage to do anything. Gets Rib. Starkey so far forward manages to pick up Lulu. Dr. Phil, the only one left alive, kills Starkey before he goes down, but it's not going to be enough. And BK gets second as well out of this with a huge Uber advantage. And they're just going to push straight to last. If they're quick, they could even get there before Phil, Hellberg, and Lulu spawn. So no buffs for the Lego players if they're really quick.
Wow, Zebasai sucking out a one-on-one against Crizzle there. Probably the best player in the server against the worst, in my opinion. But Crizzle coming up with the goods, so respect. Maybe Zebo having a bit of a shaky start to his season. Right now, though, BK with the huge advantage. But, like, Lego are likely to lose this point, but they really need to rethink their strategy on middle. Like, they're making some really glaring errors there. Like, Phil just can't roll out, but he keeps trying to anyway, and he ends up super weak. Right now, Ams is over in from the bottom left. They're going to put a lot of damage onto Sorex, who's playing heavy, but they don't get the frag, and in fact, it's first blood to Lego here in this defense. It's going to turn into a 4-on-4, but Lego definitely with a chance to hold on here. Starkey realizes things have gone south. He's going to jump in for the force as his combo back out, so he tries to salvage the situation there. Ams and Knutsson looking to buy time for the respawns, but those respawns will be coming in momentarily. Sorex is running ahead, he's gunning down. Ams can't get the frag though, but he's pushed them back. Phil start the cap. Lulu's going to join them on the point. They have capped here, but they're about to face a big push forward here by BK. Herpy runs in and tries to push the combo back while everyone turns around and deals with Josh and Crizzle, and Lego sort of getting too caught up in their push out there. They did manage to cap the point, but at that point they should have sort of looked for the safe defensive position, but they ended up in no man's land, and BK are going to find frag after frag here. It looks like they're about to get another cap on the board. They're forcing them onto the point here as they make that tough decision between blocking the cap or staying alive, and it's going to be 4-0 here. Very aggressive play coming out from BK. 17 minutes, 35 seconds left on the clock, Ryushi. Can Lego come back?
I mean, there's time for it, definitely. But I don't know. BK are just playing so well. I don't know if you saw Stark, suicide onto Lulu there on the last point. He was doing that for the force because he knew that she'd gotten an Ubersaw off on Rib there, so she would have had the Uber. Just some really good communication, really good heads-up play. Crizzle's going to be the first to die on this 5th middle, and BK, they've got the high ground, they've got the really good position onto the members of Lego, and they fall swiftly. Sorex and Dr. Phil, the only ones left alive. Can they find anything? Dr. Phil going super aggressively, looking for the pipes, doesn't manage to find it, and Zebasai cleans them up with a crisp double kill there. And BK, they're playing really well, and 2-5-0s, it's a definite possibility here as we look to Lego to defend their last point for the 5th and possibly final time.
Yeah, this could be even quicker than the last map, as it turns out. We are going to see Sorex on Heavy and Hellberg on Sniper. Lego did well to hold on the second last push they faced. Oh, look at this actually. Zebasai is going to snipe, or Starkey in fact, bottom left. He knows to expect Hellberg there. His first shot was close, but no cigar. Uber coming in meanwhile from the right hand side. And Starkey does eventually get that kill onto Helberg, who just killed Zebasai at the same time, so it's 3 players remaining for Lego here. In fact, it's just Phil and Sorex trying to make their way onto the point. Sorex flips out the kills off Ams, but Starkey's just waiting there for his moment to take the shot.
He got 4 frags on that final. 3 of them were body shots. 1 was a headshot. Yeah, he picked Helberg, he picked Lulu, he picked Dr. Phil, and then finally got the final headshot onto that scout. Just really good play from BK. I mean, realistically, were we expecting any better? I think personally Lego could have got a couple of rounds here and there, but as you say, they're playing with a Merc. They're sort of bottom Premiership level. I think they could have got a couple of rounds though if they'd been playing with their main roster.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the difference between Lulu and Beater, but honestly, it was never going to be anything but a BK win here, at least at this stage. Like, this is a new roster for Lego. Over the course of the season, I'm expecting them to improve, maybe even figure out how to play a mid on Badlands at Process by week 7. But right now, they are just severely outclassed. But that's the nature of the Premiership, you know, someone has to be bottom. BK taking this victory effortlessly with 2 5-0s, easy for me to say. We'll take a look at the logs right now. But that is the end of the action for this fixture, at least. Looking at the damage again, Amps up top there. Zebasai showing some form, hitting 345 DPM. Stark as well, joining them. The top 3 damagers there, all on the BK side. But Sorex top damaging for his team again, 290 damage per minute. Not able to find many frags this time. But I mean, again, the key stat here for me is like 5 mids to 0 for BK. Like, they're just in control at every stage of the game. Sure, Knutsson dropped that Uber. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Maybe he's going to come in and tell us. But
He'll probably come in and blame AMS.
what else can I see in the stats here? Like, Helberg really struggling to get into the game. 117 DPM a scout. Sure, it was only a 13-minute game, but didn't seem to know what to do there. But like, the whole decision-making process you see from Lego in middle, it's like Phil arrives weak and slow. They still try and go forward anyway. Grizzle jumps in even though his demo man isn't in a position to help him. And it's like these Hail Mary plays. And like, sometimes they look like they might be able to swing it around, but like, every middle was already just so heavily stacked against them. I don't know why they continue to try and play that way. Could have like at least brought out Helberg on sniper and hoped they could hit a hero shot right at the start of the mid to keep BK back, but they really need to work on that because it's a map that gets picked off and like, it's going to be played at least 2 weeks in the season.
Yeah,
I'm sending them back to the drawing board.
I'm trying to remember how the old sort of Lego used to play, you know, the fully Danish roster. Because I mean, Dr. Phil,
he was always bad.
Has always had terrible rollouts. So I'm trying to work out how they used to do it. Was it all just playing around the fact that Natural was like the biggest DM hero ever?
No, they were never good. I don't think they were ever good at Process.
Maybe not Process, but middles in general. I mean, you know, you can't like completely destroy Div 1 without dropping a map, which I'm fairly certain they did at least 2 seasons, without, you know, being good at middles. So they must have done something right.
Someone's pointed something out there, in fact, in chat. An interesting stat here. Josh with more air shots than frags. 9 air shots, but only 6 frags.
Also had more air shots than AMS. I think if AMS turns up, we should definitely point that out to him. Knutsson has connected though. He needs moving up in the channel. Can I do that? I can do that.